love the sound of a 12 valve. They're just so freaking awesome. Welcome back, guys. Hope everyone's having a fantastic summer so far. In this episode, we're going to be essentially hot wiring this army truck and getting it moved down to a better location on my property, closer to the shop and the tools and the welder, so we can really start getting to work on getting it ready to one day be out on the trails and even the road. Follow along as you run into some major issues and things get pretty spicy for me in the cab of this truck with no brakes. Basically, we're going to hotwire this thing and see if she fires up. So, let's do that. One of the main issues with working on this truck is that it's so tall. I have to like climb up these freaking 50-inch tires just to get into the engine bay continuously, and it's an absolute nightmare. Okay, this should be it here. Ready? Fired up perfect.
The next morning.
It's fighting a brake.
Yeah.
Your drive shaft turns a little bit. Can we try?
I can feel it engage the different gears. I can feel it load up.
Yeah, I can see it load
up. Okay, so what you're seeing right now is the output shaft on the front of the Dodge transfer case actually spins the wrong way for the front axle. So we had it in four-wheel drive and the two axles were fighting each other trying to spin opposite directions. So as soon as we found that out, we put it back in two-wheel drive and away we went. roll fast.
And you don't have brakes.
What?
And you don't have brakes. Might be worth hooking it up to the winch on the Jeep.
Huh?
We can hook it up to the winch on the Jeep and let it just... Ooh, that sounds terrible. So this truck does not currently have brakes. It cannot go into 4-high or any 4-wheel drive right now because of the way the transfer case and differential are set up. It actually wants us in backwards because of the conversion. So I'm gonna hook it up to the Jeep and we're going to idle it down with the Jeep holding it back so we can get it down by the shop.
I want you to put this into 4 low
Yeah,
and then just be my anchor. Okay?
I can do that.
And I will tow you. So 4 low, neutral? 4.
I'll roll with you and then stop as I need to. I'm not putting this in neutral or I'm just gonna end up in the back of you.
Okay, sounds good. So 4 low, first gear, and I'll just tow you.
Okay.
And then once we start heading down, you'll need to be my backup brakes.
Okay. Give me some sort of signal out the window when you're ready to stop.
Sounds good.
Once it's down on the slope so that it's not fighting me holding them back. Thankfully this Jeep in first gear and 4 low can pretty much do whatever it wants. Sounds
now let me hop back in. I'm gonna find reverse because the shift tower is so weird. It's got to be changed.
There we go. How was that?
Friggin' stressful. No brakes, going down a hill.
Not exactly small.
Had to use the Jeep as an anchor, and I was rolling this thing down in neutral, and then where I thought reverse was, it's not. Yeah, a little high stress. she's where she's gonna live for the next little bit, and we can really start doing some work on it. We're out here today working on the shift tower because for some crazy reason, when you shift it out of park, it goes straight to drive instead of reverse. So it goes park, drive, neutral, reverse. And this is a really old OEM shift tower here, and I want to get rid of it. I want to update it to something a bit better because this is just the epitome of the word jank. So yeah, just gonna strip this tower down and see if we can come up with a better idea of how to work this shift linkage. Dropping bolts all over the place. Oh well, I'll find them. Okay, so shift tower is now free. I gotta figure out how the heck this thing is put together. What the hell, man? Alright, so we got this shift tower out now. If any of you guys watching this has any idea how this thing works, or if anybody needs one of these, let me know. Because I'm gonna go with a different style, and this thing is just, I don't know, it doesn't work very well for this transmission. Okay, so as you can see, we got the transmission linkage down here. And yeah, the previous owner made this plate to try and fit this stock selector on, but it's seen better days and quite frankly is just terrible. So I'm gonna come up with a better plan here. Okay, so as you can see, I've removed the inlet pipe from the air cleaner. This air cleaner is coming off. It's in the way, and there's much more efficient air cleaners out there. And I know this one's the original air cleaner for the truck, but it's huge and it's in the way. And I'm gonna go with another style intake for this motor. So I got the kiddo today. She's helping me, and she's gonna be on the inside of the truck with tools because they're kind of nuts and bolts through the firewall, and it's absolutely impossible to do this one person. I've tried for a while now. It's incredibly frustrating. So she's going to be on the inside probably with the gun, and I'll be on the engine side with the wrench, and we'll get this air cleaner taken off once and for all. I just got to get this wrench down in this hole, and all right, try that. Hey, is it off?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so here's the stock air cleaner. Yeah. Bye-bye. I think you can hold that. It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Got it? Please do not drop it on your toes. Okay, just put it on the floor. Okay, so now we got a nice hole in a firewall to deal with, but that's okay. I'm just trying to clean this engine bay off. It's been put together pretty jank, so I just want to make it nice and clean. And obviously the motor's super crusty as well. Motor came out of a 93 Dodge, so I don't think it's had any love in its whole life. Okay, so things that we've accomplished today. We got the old shift tower out of the way because it was just horrible and quite frankly didn't work at all. We ended up getting a couple of the things out from the engine bay, like this pipe that went to the intake. We've got the fan blower assembly thing that goes to these pipes here that sends air up to the window. It's like a defog system. Deleted all that. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got done in this last couple hours. Oh, but I had the kid helping me, so that was pretty freaking sweet. She gets stoked and she gets to help me. Other thing I did is I started removing all the 24 volt wiring out of here. I want to just get rid of it completely. It's 70 years old and seen better days. I removed the intake pipe that goes to the air cleaner, mostly so that I can inspect the turbo, and it looks pretty good. It's a tiny weeny little bit of play, but that's to be expected. Yeah, so obviously we got the air cleaner assembly out of there. We were able to tidy up some wiring eventually as well. I removed the headlights. These are all 24 volt as well. So I'd like to replace those with some really nice, maybe LED. I'm not sure at the moment. I know I'm gonna get some haters in the comments saying that I should just leave it the way it is and give it that OEM feel, but that's not the theme of this build. So if anybody needs parts, hit me up. I know that these lights work. I just want to go with a different look. Okay, welcome back. It's another day working on the Army truck today. This thing is taking up a lot of my time right now, and that is awesome because I'm stoked to be working on it. So the one thing that I am working on right this second is the front bumper. So as you can see, I've put little lines right there, here on this side, and here on this side. And that's where I was thinking about shortening it up to, which would kind of turn it into a bit of a stubby. She's done. Okay, it's off. Check how thick that is. Okay, this really gives you guys a chance to see how big this winch is. It's a, I believe a 10,000 pound winch only, even though it's gotta weigh 200 pounds. Like, look at the size of this winch in comparison to my hand. So the plan is to install a newer style 12 volt winch. This thing is run off a PTO. I don't have that capability anymore with the newer drivetrain in it. So it's kind of useless to me, just sat here dead weight, 200 pounds, not doing nothing. So it's got to go. If any of you guys are looking for a PTO driven winch, don't forget to reach out to us at info@forbidden-offroad.com. All right, so now that I've got the rear bumper off, I'm working on removing this winch. Now this thing weighs so much and I could go and get the engine hoist that's in the shop, or the other option I had was to just go get my pickup truck. Okay, I'd say that was a success. Probably wasn't the best way to do it, and I'm sure I'll get roasted in the comments for that, but hey, I got the job done relatively safely. That's the front of the truck now. What a difference this makes. Holy moly. There's a lot of weight been taken off the front of this truck. So I've just got to remove this plate now, because the idea is to actually shorten the frame rail up. I'm gonna say that's a good 6-7 inches.
Six and a half hours later.
Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna grab that bumper and we're gonna try and get that mocked up on the front of here. Okay, that looks freaking incredible. It completely protects this guy. I'll have to do a little bit of trimming in here so that when the pitman arm goes forward, it doesn't interact with the bumper, because I can see right now it will. But other than that, that worked like a treat. I'm super happy with that. It doesn't even look like it. It doesn't even look like it did anything. I chopped 6-8 inches off that thing. It doesn't even look like I did anything, but it does look sick. Okay, welcome back. This is another new day working on the army truck. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've been working on this truck all morning. It's, I don't know, midday now. So now what we need is an adapter kit to fit our Hydro Boost reservoir slash power steering pump. I've heard they're quite rare to get a hold of, and if you can get, some aftermarket companies are making them, and they're insanely expensive. Like, we're talking like $600 for this adapter plate. So if anybody knows of any leads on one, please let me know in the comments, or you can email us at info@forbiddenoffroad.com. And yeah, please let me know if you guys have one. If someone has one just laying around, hit me up, because I'm gonna need that. So I've been stripping out all the factory pedal assemblies and whatnot, because we don't need that anymore. Basically just tidying up the entire engine bay area, because it was an absolute shambles. The guy who put the motor in didn't do anything with that stuff, because it was still being used. Well, we've converted over to new pedal assembly, so all the factory pedals are going to go away, and the engine bay is going to be way cleaner than it was before. So now we're going to turn our attention to the underside of this truck. Okay, come with me under here. So the underside of this truck is super crusty. As you can see, there's flaky crap everywhere. Yum. So it comes with factory air tanks. There's one there and one right above our heads. And all these air lines are steel, I believe. There's some that are copper. But there's air lines that just run absolutely everywhere in this truck. And they go up front. It's like, it's just crazy. Like, I would really love to take the box off so that I could get to all this stuff without having to be under the truck. It would make life a lot easier, but this box weighs a freaking ton, and we don't have a telehandler, we don't have anything like that that can help us at this point. So the box is going to stay on for the time being, and we're just going to try and work around it, I guess. So let me show you the braking system on this truck. So you've got your air assist using your tanks. There's a compressor. There's another air gadget thing there. I have no idea what that thing does. So here are your air lines. Sorry, here are your brake lines coming in that split off to the rear drums. So this is brake fluid. This is air, I believe. If someone knows otherwise, please let me know. But it's the most weirdest system I've ever come across, and the plan was just to delete it all. It's 70 years old. Like, I don't trust any of this stuff. And this is your braking system we're talking about here. So the idea is to delete all this stuff and go with new brake lines and whatever else that we need, but we need it to be newer, because if I want to wheel this truck, and I don't need my brakes failing on me coming down a trail. It's just not, that's not cool. So that's the project going on today. It's pretty brutal, but I'm just under the truck stripping everything out. I haven't been filming a ton with this process because I'm just cutting nuts and bolts off and undoing nuts and bolts and stuff, but I will do some time lapse and we'll try and get some of this stuff out. Man, I wish I had a hoist. Alright, that pretty much wraps up day 3 of working on this army truck. It's been relentless. We've just been out here in the driveway stripping stuff, taking all the redundant parts off this truck, like 70-year-old air tanks, air lines, you name it. It's come off the truck because we don't need it anymore, and it's just dead weight. So there's been a ton of stuff happen on this truck, and it's just been relentless. Like, there's no bolts that want to come undone, so all the bolts had to be cut. It's been absolutely exhausting. I'm exhausted after 3 days working on this truck. I got cuts and scrapes and bruises all over my body. I've been hit in the face with brake fluid, diesel, you name it. So yeah, it's been quite an experience, but I'm absolutely loving this project so far. It is just awesome. I can't wait to get it to the point where we can drive it on the road. Anyway, so I hope you guys like this video. There's more to come. There's tons more content to be made on this truck. We are going to get this truck to the point where we can take it out wheeling, we can take it driving. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.